In the time that we were gone, dear old Ted found his head after his sock ran amok, and he reunited his family that he did once love, and he prays and he hopes that he won't fuck up. Remembering the trade secrets of surviving a nuclear apocalypse while in the shelter of a very poorly stocked area, Ted decided to starve all of his family for at least 3 days at a time before finally giving them nourishment. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. You know, like your foot's on my side of the table, you're slurping your soup too loudly, and you're breathing my air. You know, trivial things like that. Well, it looks like Ted now has something in common with that of a gaming enthusiast who didn't pack all of his stuff for a LAN party, as he clearly forgot to bring his razor. The TearofGrace show is not sponsored, affiliated, or involved with razor products in any shape, way, or form. At least not yet. Jesus, it's only day 3 and they already look like they're attending a funeral. You're all still alive and well, you can hug and kiss each other. Hell, you want to get kinky and weird, you can do other things to each other like kiss each other on the downstairs, but that's not what you're going to do because this is not the Lannister family. Well, you know what they say, 3 is the magic number, so you fine and dandy little motherfuckers are finally going to get something to eat and drink. Don't eat it all at once, however. We want to be able to save all of these rations for a super long time. Well, seeing as Ted has had sleeping problems, he will no longer need his bed, so his laziness and insecurities he can shed, and the vile toxic nature of the nuclear wasteland he can wed. Translation, I'm going to send the fat man out into the big place, and we're going to hope he don't die. As we were about to start our book club excuse me, a book club discussion. Really, these are the little things that keeps you going. Ignore that. As we were about to start our book club discussion on the only book we've all read, the phone book. Jesus Christ, you are taking the piss, and that's a different version of the Yellow Pages. We were interrupted by rapid knocking at the door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast just like we did. They were doing much worse than us and begged us to provide them with any water, food, or medical supplies we could spare. Do you really think if I'm starving the people I'm looking after for 2 days straight, that I'm gonna give anybody anything that isn't involved in this little old shelter? Knob off. Well, it's safe to say those scavengers weren't pillagers, as the food and water are still on the shelves, and the, clothes are still on the women. Don't you look at me like that. When society falls, those rules are torn out of the book. As a matter of fact, the book is fucked, and as is everything else that people can get their hands on, because when running water and a vast supply of food is out of the equation, suddenly people ain't all too nice and friendly and hugs and kisses. They are more along the lines of buttfucks and misgivings. Because, you know, I mean, would you be nice when your entire life was crumbled right out from all around you? You probably wouldn't, would you know? So don't you judge me for saying the way things be. I'm pressing A on the fucking book. What do you want from me? There you go. Clearly, the 1200th time when I pressed it was the special one. We could tell our guests were not thrilled with our refusal. Their tired eyes alone were enough to understand how much they needed those supplies. I'm surprised there was no mention of those tired eyes undressing the 2 motherfuckers sat right there. Yes, Timmy, that one with the hot fucking legs and beach body. Look at him. Tell me you wouldn't want to spread that up. Okay, we're pushing some boundaries today. Some kid's gonna die tonight. They did not beg, but simply turned around and left in an unknown direction. Maybe they will have more luck elsewhere. Maybe. Like where Ted just might happen to be. I mean, he's a big man. They give them long enough out in the wastelands, they're not gonna see a man standing there in clothes. They're gonna see a bunch of food with a nice big wrapper to tear off. It was too dangerous to go out there with any protection. Says the parent with 2 children. You'd know a couple of things about that, wouldn't you? Where is a ball when you need one? We are really bored and we need something to occupy ourselves with. Too many hours of counting pipe droplets is not healthy. There has to be an alternative. You mean the things you've had this entire time? You mean the checkers that are right next to the soup that you haven't been using? You mean... These people are fucking idiots. It's man's second nature to hunt. We went to see if there was anything worth hunting outside. We ran into this nice-looking man, so we started yelling loudly and waving our gun at him. Brilliant. That's a sound plan. He probably misunderstood this universal gesture of peace, because he fled before he could talk, but he left 2 cans of soup behind. Interesting, considering the fact I told you motherfuckers to play checkers. I think you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Or anyone else you happen to find, you barbarians? The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. I'm sorry, I'm just imagining that myself. I'd probably... My first suspicion would be that I've lost my fucking mind, and the circus fanfare's just playing in my head. No, I guess... when the world goes to shit, when all you've got left is your music, just parade around the wasteland, belting out a cracking tune. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player, and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. Oh, this is just disconcerting. He came with a friend who knocked on our door and demanded that we let the merry men enter, so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Should we let them in? You described them as a motherfucking trumpet player that doesn't know how to play a trumpet. I'm pretty sure in this metaphor, analogy, situation, we are the rich and they are the poor, and taking from us and giving to themselves is what shall happen. Are you insane? You're insane. You're insane. You're clinically fucking insane, Dolores, with your thrill hands. No decision-making for you anymore. Go on the naughty step. Which we don't have. Because there's fuck all in this shelter. It's Ted! Ted wasn't the trumpet player, was he? The local school is a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now without windows and few walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. Yeah, like pencils, chalkboard erasers, textbooks. Why the fuck would you search a school? The only thing you're gonna find there in the 1940s/50s, 60s is capital punishment. Why don't you go search the local supermarché? Walmart, Kmart, the Quickie Mart, for fuck's sake. Not the school. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80, and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video.
You know, I was going to make a rather questionable joke about everything that she touched tasted great, because there's an easy handjob/blowjob joke to make there, but then tomato was just winking me in the face, and, well, we went down the path we just went. And I guess I already made the handjob joke as well anyway, so hey, let's have a round of applause for OA Penis. I'm going to kill myself. The PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. And you only took the gas mask, I see. Not the bazooka? Not the grenades? Not the things to defend yourself? Alright, no, this is, sounds, checks out to me, makes sense. So, peachy keen. Can't complain on those results. No, just stay the gas mask. Not anything else. Fuck it. I'm gonna walk into an armory. Guns loaded. Bullets everywhere that I can just pocket and take with me. You know what I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take the Snickers bar on the counter. Oh, cake. Another broadcast from the military. They said they need to locate the general area we're in, and they want us to leave specific markings close by. They said the markings should be cards. Playing cards. How strange is that? We're supposed to go out to the nearest bus stop and pin the card denoting our head count there. Of course we don't have any fucking cards. I mean, it's not like you could use, I don't know, soup cans that you've eaten? No. You could do Morse code out of the window of the shelter door with the flashlight? No. No. Playing cards. Of course. Because when you're trying to survive the nuclear apocalypse, the first thing I grab is the Ace of Spades! Fuck it, whatever. No, it's fine. It's a military operation. I mean, they're the professionals. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This is fucking... It's difficult to keep track of time down here, but at least we remembered it's Timmy's birthday today. He's growing so fast. We should get him something every boy wants for his... Which... I'm looking at all the things that I'd ruined for us. All the things are ruined. Time to grow up, Timmy. If this ain't Kansas anymore, Santa doesn't exist. Well, you took a much darker approach than me, and that's a rare one. That's a fucking rare one. Oh, dear. And I love the fact you mentioned that it's his birthday, and then you also piled on Santa doesn't exist. Jesus, like all on one day. If he dies tomorrow, just know that the last memory he would have ever had would be you shattering his reality. You would expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet since, you know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet here we have someone at the door. When we opened up, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked to trade him for a water chip. A blue jumpsuit. Fallout. Shelter. 101. Is it fucking... Did it have yellow trims? Fuck it, we're giving him water. We're giving him water. He is our salvation. We explained politely that we didn't have a water chip, but we were happy to share some water with him. The man was visibly disappointed, but thanked us for the water and even left us with his gas mask. Odd? Yeah. I get the feeling it might have been one of those situations of, hey, thanks for the water, he goes to take a sip, he gives you the mask, and then you just closed the fucking door on him when he was just asking you to hold it. I think that's what happened there, because no one's that stupid. The army is on the radio again. They said they'll be scanning the neighborhood and need to find clear signs of survivors that are still alive. We were asked to leave a few cards at the nearest bus stop tomorrow's coming. I remember this being a fucking thing that was requested at one point. I'm beginning to think that the army wants us to die. We can barely breathe in this damned shelter for the last couple of hours. The situation is beginning noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look into it right away. Hey, let's go break our flashlight so we can't signal the fucking military. I know it's gonna break. I know it's gonna break. I know it is. I mean, Dolores' sanity broke after a couple of days. Oh, it's not broken. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. All good. Timmy was very sick, and there was nothing we could have done to make it better. He understood it and probably decided it's better off far away from such irresponsible parents. He left and never came back. So on the same day, we sent out one child to go scavenging for us. The other one decided to fuck off. I should have sent him. One of the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out to give it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead? Nobody knows. Go take your gun, mate, and fucking have at it. Go on, find the secret underground lair. Go on, find it. Find it and live forever. Oh, shit. Mr. Socko's back, and now Ted's head is a car crash. They call me Mellow Yellow. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end real bad. Well, he should probably consider eating his sock, because, we ran out of food about 2 weeks ago. The army is on the radio again! And of course they request that we have cards. Which the game didn't fucking give me. Any, so how do you expect me to win? You presented this scenario to me. You gave me the equipment that only I could use. And then you decided to make it that I couldn't complete it because you didn't give me the key to victory. Fuck it. It's fine. Ted's gonna die tonight. Oh! Well... Mary Jane found some food! Because she clearly came back with some chicken. Well, it looks like we've witnessed the dawn of the Ted. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We tried our luck at a nearby bar fittingly called the World's End. I just mentioned Shaun of the Dead. It's the Cornetto trilogy. If we just put Mary Jane on the stove and we lift up her skirt, we can get some hot fuzz as well. Fucking! From what we could tell, the atomic blast interrupted a poker game. Those poor bastards are not likely to be finishing that game anytime soon, but we can still use the cards. Oh, Mary Jane, I can't help but think if you weren't such a fat cunt, you would have gotten back here in time. And we could have given Ted food, he wouldn't be dead, we could have survived on the water as well, and we would have had the cards to fucking get the military's attention. Fuck it. It's fine. I mean, you didn't lose weight, but Ted did. It's good enough, right? Weight Watchers, no one's gonna watch you. Because everyone else is fucking dead. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll be ending the episode. As my content has come to a close, you have no excuse not to check out the content creators listed here to give you something else to watch in the future. For instance, HeartsBros with their Batman Arkham Knight series. It's absolutely fantastic, and if you did indeed enjoy this and want to see more of it, like the video, let me know. And follow me on Twitter and my alternate channel, because hey, why not? More stuff. And I guess you could say, considering Dolores' early case of the zombie pose, and the bitchy bastard nature of the game, I guess it's safe to say that it's not a good idea to play your hand too close to your chest. This is also a sex joke, because she had boobies chest. Really like the fact that I got the cards at the end of the game when I didn't need them anymore. And I'd love to know whatever became of Mary Jane. Because she found food and water. Who knows? Maybe she's gonna live her life out happily. Maybe. Probably not. She's probably gonna fucking eat her own chicken wings and then die from... Oh, what the fuck ever. Fuck this game. Why didn't you let me win? Why?